So a lot of persons have been asking this same question: is Asaba really worth it? Why Asaba? Why is there so much emphasis on Asaba? Why can't we just take it to other prominent states? And here's my reasons. Years ago, few years ago, Asaba was very cheap. You could get lands for as low as 1 million naira, 1.5, 2 million naira, 3 million naira here in the city of Asaba. Inside Asaba core area, you could get lands for as cheap as that. But down the line, right now we're in 2026. Now you're hearing that a plot of land is being sold for hundreds of millions here in Asaba. Now, so many factors contributed to that. Some persons who visited Asaba years ago and now they are now revisiting Asaba right now. They are shocked by what they are seeing, what they are experiencing, what is manifesting in the town called Asaba. So on this video, I'll be showing you some secrets why Asaba is getting expensive by the day, not by the year, by the day. My name is Solomon Ibuhu, a real estate consultant based here in the city of Asaba. So this is why Asaba is getting expensive. Now, number one is the security factor. Now, over the years, we have heard that insecurity has been rampaging the entire country, rampaging some states and all that. But when you come to Asaba, Delta State, you discover that the state has been serene. The state has not been serene, by default. A lot of measures have been taken by the state government to ensure that there is peace and tranquility in the city of Asaba. And that alone is a big thumbs up. So this peace in Asaba tends to attract a lot of investors from other states to come into Asaba to either reside or bring their businesses in or bring their partnerships in. So this tends to, in the short and long run, creates expenses or makes properties or the town itself expensive. So security is one. And the government of Delta State, the governor of Delta State is very intentional about security measures being put in place. Now, number two is overpopulation. Yes, Delta State or Asaba as a whole is getting overpopulated by the day. You can verify this. By the year 2030, the number of persons that will be trooping in into Asaba will be more than the persons that are currently in Asaba right now. So there will be there will be need for properties there. So now check out a location that has high demand for properties right now in 2026 and tell me why the properties prices will not appreciate or will not be expensive. So overpopulation does it that the properties in Asaba gets to appreciate very fast. Now it now becomes survival of the fittest. You have a property and it's in high demand. Possibly you build, a rental apartment and you are getting a whole lot of interest from people who wants to rent into your building. There's every tendency that the human being that owns that property would want to increase his rent. That is the reason why there is so much hike in price or rental, buildings, apartments in Asaba. You hear that the rents in Asaba are very expensive. Yes, overpopulation is that resulting factor that is causing rents to go up in Asaba. So if you look at this critically, you discover that these two factors I just mentioned in this video has, in the long run, skyrocketed the prices of lands in Asaba. But nevertheless, we still have, locations on the outskirts of Asaba that are still very, very affordable. So on my next video, I'll be sharing those locations and telling you the price ranges for those locations and what they are for. Depending on your intentions of wanting to get land, either for investment or for building, I'll be sharing on my next video. See you on my next video. I remain Solomon Ibuhu, a real estate consultant based here in the city of Asaba. See you on the next video.